I finally got my hands on the new iPhone 16 Pro Max, and one of the biggest things that I always say whenever you get a new investment like a new iPhone is to get a good protective case to protect that investment. So today I'm going to take a look at two cases from Mujjo. They kindly sent me out some samples here to do a review. One of them is their full leather case, and one is their shield case, which also has leather. So let's take a look at both of these and see how they stack up and if they do provide good protection for this investment here. Hey, it's HighTechDad, and welcome to my channel where I review all types of gadgets for the home, for the office, for on the go. Today, we're taking a look at two cases from Mujjo that are designed to protect your new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Mujjo also produces cases for the other lines of iPhone 16, but in this case, I'm taking a look at the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So let's take a look at each of these cases, and I'll put the iPhone into both, and we can get some close-ups on how these protect and work with your iPhone 16. Okay, so first up, we have the Mujjo Full Leather Case. It has a slim design, which I'll go into. It's full grain vegetable tanned leather, so it is a little bit more of an involved process in terms of the tanning of the leather, but it is much better for the environment in terms of the process. It is MagSafe compatible. And then some more details on the back here. It's got a machine metal camera bump to protect the lens, which I will show. I already talked about the dry tan technology that saves water and reduces chemicals in the tanning process. There is a lining and case structure that is made from recycled materials. Full grain vegetable tan leather, which actually ages quite well. And I can't test this out yet because I just got these cases. It's got machine metal buttons on the side. It is MagSafe compatible. And then the inside of the case is actually designed to prevent scratches. It's a Japanese microfiber. So let's take a look at the case itself before we put the iPhone in it. Okay, so let's take the full leather case out. Welcome to a world of better carrying. So you can see very simple design. There you can actually smell the leather. Sorry, you can't get that through a video, but I can actually smell the leather as I took it out. So this is the case itself. So first, let's start with the inside. This has got that microfiber. You can faintly see here the circle. This is for the MagSafe. So it connects well, which I'll show. Then let's take a look at what's on the side here. So hopefully this will focus. You've got your metal buttons for the action button and the volume buttons. Down at the bottom, you have the cutouts for the speakers and for the USB-C connector. On the side, you have the power or Siri button, and you have the new button, the camera button, which is a type of cutout here. Nothing on the top, so very, very, very simple. So let's put the iPhone in and take a look at how it looks and performs. Okay, so let's try putting the phone in itself. So I always have a little bit of trouble on this, and I always seem to set off the SOS or the emergency, but it seems to slip in pretty well. Feels pretty solid. It's got good gripability as well. It's a little slick on the sides, but so far it seems pretty good. Here you can see how raised, it's kind of hard to focus in here. It's kind of hard to see how raised up that is, but it does protect the lenses. So if you were to put it face down on top of the lenses, it will protect them. The same thing goes for the bezel around the side. So whenever my kids are like, Dad, can I get this iPhone case protector? I always ask them, well, how much of a bezel is there around it to protect your screen in case you put it down or if it comes out and slides across the surface. This has got a fairly good bezel, fairly high, kind of hard to see here, but it's like at least a millimeter all the way around, which is kind of nice. The buttons themselves press quite easily, so just pressing on it here, I can turn it on, get rid of my notifications here. So it's fairly easy to press. You can feel the buttons in there. So the important thing here is to see how well this new camera button is. So like I said, it's recessed, it's bezeled a little bit in here. It's taken me a little while to get used to using this camera button because it is sort of if you press it too hard, you're taking a picture or starting a video. If you don't press it hard enough, you're not activating the menu and sub menus in there. So I can press on it, launch the camera. So here you can see that. And then you can press down just slightly. And it seems to work pretty well. It's a little tight in terms of the bezel. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but it seems to work pretty well, and all the functionality seems to be good. So very lightweight. One last test here is the MagSafe. So yes, it's strong. It holds on pretty well. That's an important thing. And then, you know, if you do have a MagSafe charger, you can put it on the back and it will fire up automatically. So that seems to work. So let's take a look now at the Shield case, which is slightly more robust than this one. This one's pretty good for on the go, maybe going out at night. It's a little more elegant with all of the leather trim around it. I like it so far. It seems to be pretty good, but let's take a look at the Shield case. Okay, so here's the Shield case from Mujjo. So a lot of the same kind of features that you saw in the full leather case. It's got a slim design. It's got the full grain vegetable tan leather, and it is MagSafe compatible. But there is also a call out here that says it is impact core. So basically, if I can even read this, it says drop protection rated up to 5 meters, 15 feet. Again, I'm not going to test that. I kind of want to preserve my new iPhone, but it's nice to know that this is built into the case. So here you can see on the back, it really tries to highlight the impact core section and then has the regular case itself. So what's important about this case, and I'll show in a second, is that this is plastic. This is a ring that protects the edges and corners of your iPhone versus the leather part, which you'll see is only on the back. So let's take a look at the case itself. So welcome to a world of better carrying again. All right. So here's the case itself. So this section here with the branding from Mujjo is the leather. And yes, you can smell it. Again, you can't smell it through the video. It also has that raised ring to protect your lenses. So that is hard. It's going to truly protect it. And then inside you have the microfiber, the Japanese microfiber, as well as you can see hopefully the little MagSafe ring there. Now, in terms of the border, you can see that it is plastic and it is bezeled here or beveled here, slightly indented, which is kind of a nice thing. So it gives a little bit of gripability. It's got the bottom cutouts for the speaker and the USB-C connector. It looks like the hole is a little larger, which might be good for larger USB-C chargers. It's got the buttons here again within a recessed section. Seems to be pretty easy to press, nothing on the top. And then lastly, a couple more things. There are lanyard ties here, which is kind of a nice add-on that you don't have in the leather case. So if you have a little wrist lanyard when you're traveling, you can have it around there, and then it's less likely for you to drop it or have someone swipe it. Here you have your power button and Siri activation button, and then the cutout for the camera button. So it seems like the cutout is beveled in even more, and it seems to be a little bit wider. So let's put the iPhone in and see how it all works together. Okay, so let's put in the iPhone. Snaps in fairly easily. Again, it's hard to get them out, but a little bit easier to get them in. It's a little bit heavier than the full leather case, which makes sense because you have this heavy duty plastic that is protecting the edges and the corners. So let's take a look again at the camera bezel. You can see, hopefully it's kind of hard to see here, but it is raised up enough so that it's not going to impact your, if you slide it across the ground, you're not going to scratch the lenses. And then at the bottom, you have enough space here for pretty good size USB-C port. You've got the speaker ports. Before I go into the other stuff, it also has MagSafe. Pretty strong. I think it's not quite as strong as the leather case, but it's still strong enough so that it's not coming off. You can do the charging, so that's good. And then let's take a look at the buttons themselves. I kind of like, these are a little bit more raised up than on the leather case, and that's because of the bezel or the bevel inside here. It's indented a bit here. So it's really easy to actually touch these and activate them in either way. Same thing with the power. So the power is pretty easy to do. And then the camera one has a slightly larger bezel than, or bevel, I keep interchanging them. It's an indentation for the camera button, and it's easy to press. So it activates pretty well. And then I can double, oh, took 2 pictures. I have to get used to this. So it's a little bit harder to do, or at least I'm not used to it. There we go. I need to get used to that finesse where it's just sort of like a press and hold type of thing. But I do like the fact that it is wider than on the leather case. It's a little bit better for my fingers. So that's pretty much it. Turn it off. Lightweight. It does have the leather, so it looks good. It comes in a variety of colors. I chose the black version, and it feels lightweight yet quite solid. It's got a good rise along here, so it's probably about 1 millimeter as well. Maybe a little bit less than on the leather case, but I still think it will provide that anti-scratch protection if you put it face down or something like that. So there you have it. 2 cases from Mujjo, the Shield Case and the full leather case. They have other products. They have a leather MagSafe wallet that you can put on. They have something for the new AirPod Pros. Really like these cases. They're fairly reasonable as well. I will put links in the description below, so be sure to check those out. If you like this video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like, what have you. Please feel free to share it. If you have any questions about these cases or other cases or other tech in general, please leave a comment below. You can also reach me on social. If you search for HighTechDad, that is probably the best way to get a hold of me. Or you can head over to my Facebook page, which is at facebook.com/HTD blog. And of course, there is always my website, which is at HighTechDad.com. And I'm going to be doing more reviews of different products coming out. So be sure, like I said, to subscribe. Thanks for watching.